Nintendo Entertainment Center. Don't believe the power. You will believe the control. Experience it for yourself. The next generation from Nintendo. Now you're playing with superpower.
Welcome back, Super Nintendo collectors. Alex here with another video. I hope you're well, guys. Sorry it's a little bit late getting this video out. I was planning to get this out Sunday night, but I've been so busy, especially uploading the Sega Zombie Game Room Tour. I hope you all enjoyed that. It was an absolute pleasure to do. And, you know, having someone as passionate as Scott talk about the games just makes it for a great watch, really. And, you know, I've watched it a couple of times. I'm still learning about the Mega Drive, and it's just great to see him tell us about all these fantastic games that made it over to that system. So Scott, thanks again for doing that with us, mate, and I'm sure everyone enjoyed it. There's been some fantastic comments, and I really appreciate everyone that has made a comment. I've read every single one of them, and I do reply to all of them as well. So cheers, guys, really appreciate it. And Scott, thanks for Road Rash as well. It's had a bit of gameplay already, really do love it. Fantastic games, I really appreciate that, mate. Hopefully there'll be more game room tours coming up. Try and do one every couple of months. I've got a couple planned already, so look out for those guys in the future. But this is a Super Nintendo collection video, so you want to know what I've been picking up, and you want to know what the next game challenge is, and I'm going to read out all the scores too. So first up, pickups, and my first pickup, I mean, I was going to say American Snes consoles and games are really thin on the ground. I'm just going to turn this down, guys, it's quite loud. I find it difficult to concentrate. Really thin on the ground, and I'm finding myself, because I've got a fair collection now, the games that I want just don't pop up. You know, they're all in the United States, which is rightly where they're going to be, but I just don't want to get stung by customs. So when a console like this turns up on Spock for 80 quid, just got to grab it, because, you know, the game rate for a boxed American console is 150, 200 quid all day long, and they just don't turn up like this. You know, I've had a search on for months, and I only recently just picked up the Killer Instinct box set, so I had to pick this up. It's in fantastic condition, it really is. It's even better condition than the other one I've got, because the other one's got a bit of yellowing around the control port here. This one's got none, although it's not the one chip Snes, so performance wise it's not as good. But here it is, guys, look at that, 80 quid boxed, unbelievable. Really chuffed to get that with the poster, caution sheets, instructions, everything. And controller, it's been well looked after. Got to grab it, you just got to have it, guys. I've already got one, what do I need another one for? Well, it's a variation. As a collector, I like variations, but you know, I might sell it on down the line as a profit and get a game that I do want for the collection. But right now, that's staying, and it will go with my other boxed American Super Nintendo and all my PAL ones, so really cool to get that. They are out there, the bargains, you just got to look for them. Also, a guy on Retro Realm was selling American boxes, just the boxes, because I had this Gunforce box, which is in a really bad state. It's got a really bad rip there, as you can see, which I didn't see in the listing when I brought this, so I was really gutted when that turned up. And this guy just so happened to was selling boxes, so I picked this one up. It's in much better condition. It's got a label I've got to get removed up here, but it's in a much better condition. It's got no rips whatsoever, and it also came with a manual, which I didn't expect. So if anyone is looking, if you've got a loose cart of Gunforce by IRM on the Super Nintendo, if you're looking for a manual or a box, I'm quite happy to send this off to you guys, no problem at all, because I've got no use for it now. Also, I've got a box Star Fox as well, if anyone wants it. Just let me know and I'll send it off to you. Also, I've been picking up and collecting a lot of NES games of late. I'm really going for some obscure shoot 'em ups, run and gun games, arcade conversions and that sort of thing. And I've been picking up a lot of bundles, so my next video is going to be an NES video. I've got a ton of games to show. I'm really looking forward to that. In one of the NES bundles was a American Snes game. Not one of the best games. It is Chester the Cheetah. Too cool to fall. It's a really poor platform game. I don't like it at all, unfortunately. But it is another game to add to my ever-expanding Super Nintendo collection, because I am going for a complete collection, whether that will ever happen. It is so hard to find American games now. It's so much easier if you're collecting for PAL. You know, it's just slow. They just don't come up. You've just got to be so patient. And, you know, that's as fast as my Super Nintendo collecting is going at the moment. But just got to be patient. They will turn up. What else did I pick up? Alien 3. I think this is the only Alien game for the Super Nintendo. I've played it for about 15 minutes. I found it a little bit fiddly. The controls a little bit fiddly. It's got a bit of atmosphere. Obviously, it's a movie tie-in with the Alien 3 film. And it's by that company LJN, which is not... They made some really bad games on the NES. But so far, I mean, it looks okay. It just looks like an average game. I just find it a little bit fiddly when you're trying to shoot the face huggers and they come along the ground. Just, you have to sort of squat to shoot them. Or when they're right up close, just angle the gun directional down. And 9 times out of 10, they get you before you can shoot them. But, I mean, it's okay. It's all right. I'll just give it another go. Nice to add that to the collection, though. And a game that I've been after for such a long time. Where is it? And I can't believe, you know, I did that, an update Super Nintendo collection video. I've completely forgot about this game. And I don't know how I could forget about this game, because it is my favourite Super Nintendo game in my collection. You know, it's my favourite franchise. And the reason why I forgot to include it, and I was gutted when that video went up. I thought, oh my God, how can I forget that to put it in? Is because I have the boxed PAL version of Super Metroid and it was hidden behind one of the consoles. So I completely forgot about it. But I've managed to bag the American version. Obviously, most people prefer the PAL version because it's got the guide, the map in it. This one doesn't. But still, you know, I want the American version to add to my American collection. And it is an absolutely awesome game, guys. If you haven't played that, it is one of the best 16-bit games ever made. Full stop. It's got so much atmosphere. The end of level bosses, honestly, they're so creative and so out there. The mother brain just blows you away every time you visit it. It's just crazy. The manual's had a bit of wear to it, but I don't mind because I've got the other copy which is in really good condition. But the manual's fantastic. Loads of artwork in here, showing you all the end of level bosses, which you just couldn't wait to meet as a kid. I remember having this, say as a kid, I was about 19 when I played this. Absolutely brilliant. The box, when it turned up, had loads of grease all over it. I was a bit annoyed, but it cleaned up really well. It's a lovely box. And the cart as well is in fantastic condition, so I'm really chuffed to get that. If you've been following my channel, you know how much of a Metroid fan I am. I've literally played every single Metroid game. And I've got the first for figures Samus figurine over there, which I absolutely love. So, I just wish I had more room. I'd have an actual Metroid display cabinet just for Metroid, because I love the game so much. So guys, getting this in the collection and being able to sit it amongst all my other favourite Super Nintendo games. And where is this going to sit? This is going to sit at number 1. Because it is my favourite Super Nintendo game of all time. Nothing beats Super Metroid. Absolutely fantastic. What else have I got to show you? Is that it? Yeah, that is it. I think. I showed you Road Rash, didn't I? Showed you Road Rash from Scott. Gave me that when I did the game room tour. So yeah, that's about it. So game challenge. How did we get on with Batman Returns? At first I was really struggling with this game. I thought oh my God, I'm never going to get, I couldn't even get past the first boss. It's got a lot of atmosphere. It's got a lot of move sets, which is absolutely great. But obviously, with a lot of the special moves, you know, when you do like the spinning attack, it takes your health down as well. But it did have these test tubes, which I didn't know about. You could bomb the enemies. So I was saving all my test tubes up right to the end of level boss. And I managed to clear that first boss. And then I thought, okay, now I'm getting somewhere. I'm on stage 2. And I was really enjoying it. I just found like the fire stage, going up the elevator, and the fat boys that were bouncing down the elevator, are absolute pain in the arse. But it is a good game. I'm definitely going to go back to it. And you know what, guys? I might even go back to it on easy level, just to get through some of the levels and see some of the end of level bosses. Because this game was chosen by Steve, Sinistev. He's got a fantastic YouTube channel. Go and check Steve out. He doesn't get enough credit. He's a lovely, lovely guy. Great channel. I'll put a link to his video below. He chose this game, and I don't think he realised that you could really point press in this game, and there's no time limit, so you could literally just sit on stage 1 and just point press for ages. And I know one of the players, which I'll mention a little bit later, was just point pressing for ages. And of course, your high score doesn't actually save. You don't actually get a table at the end. So as soon as you die, that's it, the score just disappeared. So you either had to video your game footage or quickly pause the game before you died, which is a real pain in the arse. But those who did play, and there's a lot more people playing now, there's about 8 players in this week's competition, which is absolutely great. Did thoroughly enjoy it, and there's some fantastic scores. I think most people got to whereabouts I did. If you haven't checked it out, guys, I did do a live feed in my last video, which is probably the start of stage 3, was it, I think? After that, it got really, really hard. But I think if you go back and play it in easy, you might be able to get a lot further in the game. Good game by Konami, a good port. I mean, it's Streets of Rage 2, isn't it? With a Batman theme, really. It's really, really good if you like those kind of side-scrolling beat-em-ups. So thoroughly enjoyed that. So let's read out the scores for that. We're going to start off with Craig from superquintendo, another fantastic channel. If you haven't checked it, I'll put a link in the video below. Lovely, lovely guy. He's going for his top 100 Super Nintendo games. He joined in and he got 54,000. So, Craig, thanks for joining, mate. Good effort, but I think you needed probably a little bit more time in the game. I think he only just picked the game up, that was it. He only picked it up in his last video, so he didn't have much time to play it. Tony Breen, who's been playing, he got 81,500. Well done, Tony. Good effort from you there, mate. Cybersnake Jay, great channel again. If you haven't checked out Cybersnake's channel, it's be in the link in the video below. He got a whopping 124,200. Well done, Jay. And I just beat you, mate, by not much, 10,000 points basically. I got 135,100 points, so I just beat you. You must have got pretty much to where I did in the game. Eddie from rollerXcore, another great YouTube channel. I'll put a link to his channel in the video below. Eddie, great score, mate. 155,000. Absolutely brilliant. I hope you enjoyed it. And next up is Claygraphics. Is it Clayton? I'm not sure your first name, but great score, mate. You emailed me. 188,000. Great score. I don't know, how far did you get there, mate? Did you get off level 3? And then we're going into the 200,000 now. So these are the big pointers. And it's in second place is Sinistev. Well done, Steve. Great YouTube channel again, as I just mentioned. 219,100. Absolutely brilliant, mate. Again, I'll be interested to know. Let me know in the comments below. How far did you get, mate? Did you get to level 3 with that? But to top it all, and if you want to go and check out his video for this score, because he did do a video and it's on my Facebook page, Ninty Arcade, which is where I'm putting all the points. Gavin Kimpton got 283,700. But if you look at his video, Gavin, you were point pressing on stage 2 for ages. Which is fine, but you know, and there's lots of arcade games where you can point press. Donkey Kong you can point press, but there is a time limit on Donkey Kong, so you have to move on at some point. You know, in this you can't. You could just sit there for hours and just rack it up. So for a high score challenge, it didn't make for a great game. A, because you could just point press on stage 2, and B, you know, there was no high score table. So I'll have to be a little bit more careful on what game I pick next time. Which brings me on to the next game, the next challenge, which is a game I've just picked up recently. And I think it'll be a fantastic game. It is another Konami game. Where's the box? It is the awesome Axlay, which I've been practicing on. Only a bit, because I've only recently got the game, so I haven't got that far in it. It is a fantastic shooter, and as I was saying earlier, you know, people say that Snes couldn't be great shooters. This is a brilliant shooter. It's a vertical shooter, and it goes into a side-scrolling shooter as well, with some fucking awesome end-of-level bosses. Some amazing effects. I don't know how they did this in this game. And the sound effects as well are absolutely brilliant. Awesome game. But you know what, guys? We are going to do this on easy, because I think... Sorry, let's reset that. We're going to do it on 3 lives, but we're going to do it on easy, because I've played it on normal, and it's just too rock hard. It's just too rock hard, and I want people... I think if you are going to finish it, and people might finish this game, it doesn't matter, because you'll score at the end. You can still finish it and have a score at the end, and if a few people finish it, you'll have different scores depending on how much you've shot, right? So we'll do it on easy. And we'll do it on 3 lives. So go to level, put it on easy, and it's just basic 3 lives. No continues again, guys, because it is just for fun. And put your video up of your score on my Facebook page, Ninty Arcade, or you can email me at Nintendo Arcade. I'll put a link in the video below, at nintendoarcade@yahoo.com. Give me your score to enter the challenge, and I will do a live feed of this game probably Wednesday night. If you're around, you can watch me play this game, and you can join in with the comments as well, like you did last time. That was great fun. Really enjoyed that. It is a great game. Okay, so this is the next game challenge for next video, and the scores will have to be in by 2 weeks time, so not next Sunday but the Sunday after. All right, so that's it for this week's Super Nintendo video. Keep them fairly short but frequent. Hope you enjoyed it, and look out for my NES collection video in this week. Cheers guys, thanks for watching, see you on the next one.